What's going on, YouTube? Claic Yuzolt back again with another Final Fantasy Brave Exvius video, and yes, it is true, Esther and Sylvie have received some changes to their LBs, and they've been downgrades, but are they still worth your lapis and still worth pulling on? Let's get into it. Alright guys, so like I said, we did receive some data mine changing right before 4 o'clock today. I'm trying to get this out as 4 a.m. for me on the Eastern time. I've been keeping up, I was getting excited, trying to talk to people about their pulls. That's why I don't have my cam up. I look terrible. I haven't slept. So, but essentially, yes, both of these units have been changed. Both of their LBs have been nerfed. However, I'll get this out of the way for people who don't really want to read into too much and you already have pulled. They're both extremely still bonkers. Esther still out damages Axstar by quite a bit, and she'll be around Regina damage dealing ways. She'll be pretty good. All the way till the CG units start popping up, the CG Final Fantasy units start popping up. And as far as Sylvie is concerned, she is still an absolute tank of a unit, including being a paladin. But what I mean by that is she's an exceptional support unit. Both of them very much worth pulling still, and these changes, while taking down their bonkerness and their brokenness, the units are still far beyond the meta that we have now and very much worth it. So we can see the changes to no bunny left is that we do have an LB cost increase. First thing, making it a little bit tougher to get this. We have a turn down from 4 turns to 3 turns on the barrier and the elemental resist, and we have the elemental resist going down to 75% instead of 100%, which is still astronomically amazing. This LB is still really, really powerful. It just sucks that it has, been changed a bit. We have an MP gain, down from 50% to 35%, and that's going to be all the changes that have happened to Sylvie. So while I think these changes are obviously, they suck, they took that away from us a little bit, it doesn't change the unit that much. Now, yes, the MP maybe have been a problem, but you're going to have a healer and an MP person on your team anyway. So she's not really there to be an MP battery, but she can be a little bit of one with her LB and that other move that she has. As far as the resistances to elements, 25% is a lot. But 75% is still a ton to be able to give out for all elements. Plus the rest of her kit is absolutely, even without this LB, her kit is just ridiculous. So that's going to be something you guys are probably going to want to look into getting her. I'm telling you right now, she's still broken. And as far as Esther is concerned, after all the damage calcs came out, she was doing about 2 times or more damage than what Axstar could do. And that's ridiculous right now when Axstar is doing so much more damage than our current meta units, right? So I don't want you guys to think that this unit is destroyed or this unit is not good enough anymore. This unit is absolutely insane compared to even the highest tier damage dealers we have right now in the game, and even so more worth investing in than Axstar if that is something you're looking into, because she does outdamage him still. Looking at the LB, we see that we do have a fat decrease to the modification here. Again, while that sucks, we have run the numbers, and she is still out damaging Axstar. So I'm going to say that a couple more times, probably here in a minute, just to make sure you guys understand that while it does suck and it is a nerf, we're okay with that because of the way the meta is. Increased LB damage 35%. That used to be like 200%, so that's a huge hit. But that to me shows me one thing. And I'll tell it right now. I'll just tell you my opinions on this right now. This was not a nerf. In my opinion, this was what the numbers were meant to be. I think the placeholders were put into the patch. Maybe the patch was a little bit rushed. They had to get it out. They left placeholders in. They were always planning on fixing it right before the patch went through. As far as being a little bit shady, I wish they know how we work. They know we do the data mining. Now, do they owe us anything because data mining is not official? No. But I think as far as not being a little bit shady, being a little bit weird, they probably saw, their community teams and stuff probably saw that we released all these videos about how broken these units are. While still broken, like I'm saying, changing it right before it's time to pull is a little bit weird to me. Again, I do not believe it's a nerf. That's just something I choose to believe. And then also she had, to finish out what I'm saying about this unit, she also had a decrease from 300% attack to 50%. This essentially pretty much halved what her damage output is on an 11-turn basis, but halving that, so huge downgrade, right? However, with halving that, she is still top tier. She's still the best damage dealer we're going to have even after Axstar going into the new meta, and that's with halving her damage. That is how strong she was before, after we did all the calculations, guys. So again, I think this is still, it sucks Obviously, we were super hyped about it. Still be super hyped. If these units came out like this, my video would be exactly the same. I would be super excited because I like the way both Esther and Sylvie is just an absolute ridiculous support, even with 25% off of her LB there on that elemental resist and a turn down. One of the reasons why, again, I also think that it wasn't a nerf in more intentional numbers they already had in. They just fixed right before it went live, which, again, I don't agree with, and they should know how the community works. It's because when we first data mined this unit, this is like early on in the data mine when all of her numbers were put in. She had 200% to LB fill rate, and she had 100% to all elements. And that was changed right before the patch was finished. And that was the first patch, obviously, so, yesterday. And that was changed from 100 to 20 and from 200 to 100. So it's not just typo errors or something. These are the actual numbers they put in. Maybe they're just putting in place numbers to get the patch in. They were more worried about making sure item world worked or anything that's changing with the actual patch. And then right before the banner hit, change this up. One of the bigger reasons why, I'll just keep talking on my soapbox here for a minute. One of the reasons why I think this is kind of effed up too, and just brings out another shining light on this. This game really needs in-game numbers. If they're going to be pulling stunts like this, because essentially the community relies on the data mining. But then again, obviously we could be waiting till after the banner actually releases to data mine these units. So, there's some back and forth there. But overall, that's how that is working out. So overall, my thoughts, again, at the very end, just to put it all together, Esther is going to be very strong. I think Regina will probably outdamage her a bit, but she's going to be on par with her, and she's definitely doing more damage than Axstar. And this goes into the whole meta where there's barely any huge power creep bumps. They all just do a little bit more damage than each other, so it's a very good investment. And Sylvie is going to be one of the best support units that we're going to have probably ever in Global for a long time to come. She's just that good. So if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below. Do you think this is a nerf change, or do you think this is intended, considering what I laid out here for you today? And then subscribe for future content. Best of luck on your pulls, guys. We'll talk to you later.